Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a classic French manicure using dip powder. So let's get right into the video. So you may notice that my nails are quite a bit shorter than they have been in my previous videos, and that is because I decided to cut them down due to a few breaks, and also I am still in school. This is my last week, so I wanted something a little bit more practical. And the color on my other hand is Peach Crush by Sparkle & Co. It's from their secret menu, and it's an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous glitter. So for this manicure, I'm going to start off with my Sparkle & Co. pH Prep Liquid, and this is a nail dehydrator, and it's going to remove any of the excess oil on my nails. Then I'm going to be using the Oud Peel Off Base Coat, and this will allow super easy pop-off removal of my dip powder manicure. So I'm going to apply a thin layer and then let that air dry completely. And obviously, if you want your nails to last long, you would skip this step and go right in with the dip powder application. So the pink powder I'm going to be using is from Referral, and this is Erica. It's one of their best sellers, and it is a perfect sheer nail bed color. And to create the French tip, I'm going to be using Peppy Gel French White, and this is a solid white dip powder. I'm also going to be using a French manicure dip powder container, and I actually got this one off of Amazon, and basically it has two ledges. The higher one is for you to put your finger on, and then you pour the powder into the lower area. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm going to be using my Sparkle & Co. Base Bond Liquid to do the actual application. So for this French manicure, I start by applying a thin, even layer of base to the entire nail, and then immediately after, I'm going to align my finger with the white powder and slowly push in at a slight angle to create the French tip. Then I'm going to slowly pull it out and tilt my finger down while tapping off any excess to make sure it doesn't bleed back onto the nail, and then I'm going to scoop the pink powder over the nail bed. And as you can see here, I actually had some issues with the base drying a little bit too quick, and I think that's because I wasn't working fast enough. So it definitely takes a little bit of practice, but you want to try to work as fast as possible to avoid that happening. And I'm gonna be honest, this is probably my second or third time trying to film a French mani video, and the previous two times, I honestly just didn't get the effect I was going for. I was having a lot of trouble with the actual French tip itself, and it just was a mess, so I decided to put it off and wait until I actually practice a little bit more. So this is after a few trials, so definitely if you are trying this for the first time, it's okay to have it not look perfect because it does take some getting used to get the angle and dipping in right, so just take your time and practice. So I'm going to be wrapping up the first coat, and I'm going to let you guys watch, and then I will be right back. Alright, so after the first layer, I brushed off any excess, and now I'm going to be going in for a second coat. So the key with the second coat is trying to align the French tip as best as possible with the first layer, and this can be a little bit challenging. However, with this specific dip container, I found it was pretty easy since it already had a ledge for your finger to rest on, so I didn't really change anything up, and it was pretty easy to line it up again. So I highly recommend checking this dip container out, and I will leave everything linked below in case you are interested in using any of the products that I feature. So I'm going to continue dipping into the powder, and especially with the pink powder, you don't want to dip your finger right in after. As you can see here, I'm scooping it with a cuticle pusher, and that is because you don't want to contaminate the pink with any of the white. So that is just another tip to keep the nails as crisp as possible. So I'm going to finish up the second layer, and I'm going to let you guys watch, and I will come back in a bit. And now that I'm done with the pink powder, I'm pouring any of the excess back into the original jar, and I'm going to do the same for the white with the dip container. And now I'm going to be using Sparkle & Co. DP90 Crystal Clear to clear encapsulate. And a few of you guys have asked me which is my favorite clear. This is definitely the one I would recommend purchasing. It's super fine and it always has worked for me when clear encapsulating. So I'm going to apply a thin layer of base to the entire nail and then dip into the clear to make sure I don't file off any of the French tip during filing and buffing. And also another thing, a lot of you guys ask me, well, do I need to clear encapsulate? And for a design like a French manicure, I would highly recommend doing so. Otherwise, you can make the French tip a little bit uneven and patchy, and you definitely don't want to ruin all of the hard work you just did. So after I have all the clear on, I'm going to activate using Sparkle & Co. Solidify, and I'm going to apply 2 generous layers to make sure all of the layers of powder are nice and hard and ready to be filed. And after letting it dry for about 2 minutes, I'm going to file and buff off camera, and then brush off any of the excess dust still on my nails. And now I'm going to be applying a layer of my Gershon gel top coat to seal in my design. Now you may be wondering, why am I not using Model 1s? And that is because I just want to try out some new gel top coats and use up the ones I have, so I decided to use this one today, and it honestly worked really nice and I actually really liked it. So if you do have this one, I definitely recommend using it. So I'm going to apply a thin layer of gel top coat to all of my nails, wrap the free edge, and then cure for 30 seconds. And once the nails are fully cured, I'm going to go in with my favorite Candy Skincare cuticle oil, and I'm going to apply a small amount of this around my cuticle area. And this is going to rehydrate my skin and nails and give a nice healthy look. And if you are looking for a really great nail care product, I would highly recommend checking out Candy Skincare. They have absolutely changed my nail game, and I owe all of my natural nail growth to them. So I definitely recommend checking this product out if you are looking for a great nail care product. And here is the finished manicure I was able to create using the French method. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and were able to learn how to do a French manicure using dip powder. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.